is doing home workouts, whether it be doing online classes or maybe they've taken their gym routine home, but you don't have cardio equipment. So what can you do to warm up the body and still be able to do the exercises that you want without injuring yourself? A lot of us are used to hopping on a treadmill, elliptical for 5 to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and then we go do our exercises. So instead, why don't you do some mobility drills or exercises that will help you warm up the joints to do your lifting. So these are a few exercises I typically like to do when I'm warming up. So this one is specifically for upper body. We're gonna start with just some arm circles. So nice big arm circles. So sometimes when I do my arm circles, I will use weights. I do like the feeling of weights. Not everyone will want to use weights. It depends on how much weight you're already lifting. So women tend to go anywhere between 1 to 3 pounds. We're going to switch sides. Where men tend to be somewhere between 3 to 5 pounds. So it is very light, and the reason it is light is because one, we're warming up, but two, we're also focusing on the rotator cuff for the shoulders for upper body. Now we're going to do our circles in the opposite direction. So they're going forward and slightly across the body. So everyone's circles are going to look a little bit different. One, because of shoulder mobility, and if there's any pre-existing issues, the range of motion might not be appropriate for you. We're going to switch sides. So someone might do more forward circles, smaller and at the side instead of large and across the body. You have to choose what is appropriate for you when you're working out on your own and making sure that you're not causing any pain in any of the joints. So then I have a little series that I like to do for the rotator cuff. We're going to start with our elbows in at our side, and we're doing external rotation. So we're just rotating open and then controlling it back in. So I'm keeping the elbows in at the side and I'm rotating through the upper arm. So I don't want to be popping the chest as I do this. I want to just get the upper arm to rotate, the torso stays nice and still. And again, for this whole series, you can just have some light weights, so the same weights that you use for your arm circles for this series. From there, I'm going to go into lateral raises. So I'm lifting my arms up to 90 degrees and then nice and slow back down. Lifting the arms up to 90 degrees and then back down. So again, we only want to work in a range of motion that is appropriate for us. Not everyone has full range of motion, so they might maybe move through here. And if that were the case, then you don't want to be loading the movement. You would just be doing it body weight with no added resistance to the exercise. We got one more, and then we're going to hold at 90 degrees. So my elbows are in line with my shoulders, and then I'm going to rotate back. And I can rotate past that position as long as there's no pain into internal rotation. So I'm rotating up and rotating down. So at this point, some people do find that they fatigue. Quite often the shoulders will start to burn. The rotator cuff muscles burn quickly. They don't take a lot. That's another reason we don't put a lot of weight into them. And then just holding this position at 90 degrees can tire the shoulders out. So again, we're just trying to keep the elbows at the same height as the shoulders as we rotate through. We got one more. We're going to stay at the top, and then we're going to do some scapular glides. So you're reaching up towards the ceiling and then pulling the elbows down. Think about the bottoms of your shoulder blades pinching at the bottom. Inhale as you slide up. Exhale, pull down and pinch. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale, down. So you want to think of your shoulder blades sliding up and out. And then as you come down, coming down and in, and thinking of the bottom of the shoulder blades pinching. And we're going to do two more of these. So this exact exercise, I like to actually do prone. So you can either do it on a bench at home. If you don't have a bench, you could use a coffee table. You might kind of hang off the edge of your couch so that your torso is supported. Or if you have a stability ball, put yourself on the ball so that your hips are supported by the ball and your chest is off. So same if I was on the bench, I'd be lying on the bench with my chest slightly hanging off the ball. Then just like the last exercise, I'm gonna reach forward and then really focus on the pull back and pinch the shoulder blades. So you reach forward, pull back, really focusing on that muscle contraction, that squeeze, and then reach. So we don't want the arms to be sloppy. A lot of people will kind of just move their arms. It's not going to get the same effect. So really concentrate on that muscle squeeze and then release. Pull back, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then reach. Also remember to keep your neck nice and neutral. You are using those spine extensors through the cervical spine as you're doing this. We got one more. Excellent. And then we got one more exercise. So if you have an elastic band at home, hold it about shoulder width apart. Set the shoulders, and then you're going to pull apart, and then control it back in. So again, thinking about pinching the shoulder blades towards each other, and then resist it back in. Watch that you're not locking or hyperextending your elbows, and you're focusing on the squeeze happening between the shoulder blades. So for all of these exercises, I do between 10 to 15 repetitions, and then I go through them 2 to 3 times to make sure that the shoulders are nice and warm. So if you're looking for lower body exercises, you can check out the lower body warm-up in the next video. Enjoy your workouts.